All right, thanks, guys. We got some New Year's Day college basketball here for you, and Happy New Year's. Hopefully, you're not too hungover while you're watching this because we got some action and we got some potential winners. So let's go ahead and get into it. First game we're going to start off with is not on our big screen in the back, but it is going to be Furman taking on VMI. And that's going to be a 1 o'clock Eastern tip-off in that game. Now, the Paladins of Furman, they are the 9.5-point favorite, total at 139. We saw a half a point move toward Furman and movement upward on the total. So once again, the Paladins open as the 9-point favorite, up to minus 9.5. Total open 138, up to 139. Now, VMI, the Virginia Military Institute, they are just 5-9 straight up overall for the year. Meanwhile, Furman, they're on a 4-game winning streak right now. They're averaging 79 points per contest. They're also shooting 48% from the field. Now, on the other side of the court, the other end of the court, if you will, they're giving up just 64 points per contest. Now, Jordan Lyons, he's averaging 16 points a game. He's also shooting 88% from the stripe. Noah Gurley, 15 points a game, 5 rebounds for him. And Clay Mounsey, 14 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals. Now, 3 out of Furman's last 4 games did get over the number. Meanwhile, VMI, 5-2 to the over in their last 7. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward Furman in this matchup here. Give me the Paladins minus 9.5 and the over 139 in that game. All right, guys, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for, what is New Year's Day? Wednesday, right? Tomorrow is Wednesday. Okay, I got some lines and personal leans out there for you for Wednesday's college basketball action. Happy New Year's. Hopefully you had a great New Year's Eve, and hopefully you're either recovering or very active. But regardless, hopefully you're having a great day. Happy New Year's. 2020 is finally here. We're in a new decade. We're in the 20s. And, of course, when I was growing up, when you referred to the 20s, you were literally referring to like the 1920s. So we are in the 20s, guys. But anyway, before we go ahead and move on, just want to quickly remind you to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where we do daily premium picks, daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 per month. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. And if you want to check out my current Patreon record, you can do that for free right now. The record is located on the homepage, and the link for that site is in the description section below. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and dive into a couple more, free lines of personal leads right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got Fresno State taking on San Diego State, and that's going to be a 3 o'clock Eastern tip-off in that matchup there. The Aztecs of San Diego State, they are minus 14, total at 125.5. We saw a 1-point fade of San Diego State and movement upward on the total. The Aztecs open minus 15, down to minus 14. Total open 125, up to 125 and a hook. San Diego State, guys, they are undefeated on the year. 13-0 straight up on the season. 4-2 against the spread in their last 6. They have outright wins against the likes of Utah, Iowa, and Creighton. They're averaging 77 points per contest. They're also ranking in the top 10 in points allowed, giving up just 56 points per contest. Malachi Flynn, 16 points a game, 6 assists, 2 steals. He's also shooting 43% from downtown. Definitely deadly from beyond the arc. Yanni Wetzel, 11 points a game, 6 rebounds. And Matt Mitchell, 11 points a game, 4 rebounds. Mitchell is shooting 81% from the stripe. Fresno State, on the other side, losers of 7 out of their last 9. They also went just 3-6 against the spread in those 9 games. Now, total-wise, Fresno 6-3 to the over in their last 9. San Diego State 60% to the over in their last 5. I'm going to go ahead and lean Aztecs of San Diego State minus 14 in the over 125.5 in that contest. Next matchup, this should be a fun one. I know the teams that are playing, may not seem all that exciting, but we could see a lot of points in this one. And I'm talking about Citadel taking on Sanford. That's right, the Sanford Bulldogs, and that's going to be a 3 o'clock Eastern tip-off in that game. Now, Sanford, they are the 9-point favorite, total at 164.5. We did see a half a point move towards Sanford and movement downward on the total. The Sanford Bulldogs opened 8.5 up to -9. Total open 165 down to 164 and a hook. Sanford, as good as they've been and as many points as they are capable of putting up, they're not very good against the number. They're just 4-8 against the spread overall for the year. They failed to cover the spread in 5 out of their last 6 games, and they're allowing 78 points per contest on average. Now, Citadel on the other side, winners in 5 out of their last 7. They're also on a nice little winning streak against the spread. They're 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games, 5-1 against the spread on the road. They have successful covers over the likes of NC State and Southeast Missouri. They're averaging 85 points per contest. They're also shooting 46% from the field. And defensively, well, they're holding their opponents to just 29% from downtown. Now, 6 out of Citadel's last 9 games did go over the number. Sanford, 5-1 at the over in their last 6. I'm actually going to lean toward the road dog in this one. Give me the Citadel Bulldogs +9 and the over 164.5 in that game. All right, next matchup, it is going to be Wofford taking on East Tennessee State, and that's going to be a 4 o'clock Eastern tip-off in that matchup there. East Tennessee State, they are the 9-point favorite, total at 142. We saw a half a point fade of the Bucks and movement downward on the total. So once again, the Bucks open 9.5 down to -9. Total open 142.5 down to 142. East Tennessee State 12-2 straight up on the year, 8-0 at home. They have marquee wins over the likes of Cleveland State, Southern Utah, and LSU, believe it or not. This East Tennessee State squad ranks in the top 25 in scoring. They're also shooting 49% from the field. Defensively, they're giving up just 63 points per contest. They're ranking in the top 15 in defending the 3 ball as well. Now, Wofford on the other side, they failed to cover the point spread in 3 out of their last 4. They're also just 3-6 against the spread in their last 9. One more thing to add about the Terriers of Wofford, they're just 2-5 against the spread away from home. Now, 4 out of Wofford's last 5 did get over the number. I'm going to lean East Tennessee State -9 and the over 142 in that game. All right, next couple of matchups, we actually have them on the big screen in the back. I'm talking about UConn taking on Cincy, and that's going to be a 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off in that game. Cincinnati's -3.5, total at 136 and a hook. We saw a half a point move toward the Bearcats and movement upward on the total. Once again, Cincy opened as the 3-point favorite, up to -3.5. Total open 136, up to 136 and a hook.
Light jeans?
I like the lighter jeans.
Dark jeans.
I like the lighter jeans, but I haven't seen you put on the dark jeans yet. I like the lighter jeans, though.
Black boot? Maroon boot?
I don't know, man. I really like the maroon boot.
Me too, but I don't know that it
I don't think it goes with it. It
This
doesn't go with it at
and
all.
the dark probably would be okay. I just don't think the light and the...
Nah, probably doesn't work. Yeah, so you'd have to go black boots, but those are the jeans.
These? Not these?
I mean, you can try them on, but the light jeans are where it's at. You want to wear the red boot, though, don't you?
I do want the red boot. That's the problem.
I should take a picture of your butt in the jeans you're wearing now, and you'll be like, okay,
I saw it.
I'm gonna sick. Yeah. All right. UConn taking on Cincy, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off in that game. I forget where I was at. Cincinnati opened as the 3-point favorite, up to -3.5. Total open 136, up to 136 and a hook. 86% are leaning Cincinnati. Now, the Bearcats are 5-1 straight up at home this year. They have marquee outright wins against the likes of Tennessee and Vermont. They're averaging 74 points per contest. Now, don't get me wrong, UConn's having a pretty good year themselves, but they did fail to cover the point spread in 2 out of their last 4. They're also just 2-2 straight up away from home this year. Now, total-wise, UConn 6-1 of the under in their last 7. They're also 80% of the under in their last 10. Meanwhile, 2 out of Cincy's last 3 stayed under the number as well. I'm going to lean Cincinnati -3 and the under 136.5 in that game. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Marquette taking on Creighton. This is another one that's going to be a great game, and that is a 9 o'clock Eastern tip-off. So while you're watching some bowl game action and you get to halftime or maybe a commercial, you may want to flip back and forth between this game because this should be a good one. Creighton, they are the 3.5-point favorite, total at 152. We saw a 1.5-point move toward Creighton and movement upward on the total. The Blue Jays open as the 2-point favorite, up to -3.5. Total of 151.5, up to 152. Now, Creighton's still undefeated at home this year, 9-0 straight up on their home court. It's going to be very difficult to beat them in the friendly confines. They're also 11-2 overall for the year. They have outright victories over the likes of Arizona State, Oklahoma, and Texas Tech. They're averaging 79 points per contest. Meanwhile, they're giving up just 67 points per game. Now, Marquette, on the other side, they're just shooting 44% from the field thus far in the year, and 4 out of their last 4 games went over the total. Now, Creighton, 4-2 to the over in their last 6 themselves. I'm going to purchase the 0.5 point, slide it down, and lean Creighton -3 and the over 152 in that game. All right, let's go ahead and dive into our quick pick recap brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage, where we're hitting at 60% for the entire college football season on that website. I like Creighton -3 over 152, Cincinnati -3 under 136.5, East Tennessee State -9, those are the Buccaneers, East Tennessee State -9 over 142, Citadel +9 over 164.5, San Diego State -14 and the over 125.5, and the Furman Paladins -9.5 and the over 139 in that game.